What's up, YouTube? This is Cdog back with another Transformers review. This is on the Transformers Generation Studio Series 23 KSI Sentry. So, just checking him out here in front of his kind of background. And you can see it's Hong Kong from Age of Extinction, as you can read down there, Transformers Age of Extinction. And pretty cool. I like these backgrounds. They're very cool. I guess I was just showing you the whole background. I don't like how they have the generations. They should put it somewhere else, but not the end of the world. But I just wanted to say, check out the Dropkick review for a rundown. Right in the beginning of the review, I do a rundown of my of the complete Studio Series collection minus Ironhide and the repainted Bumblebees. I'm not going to be buying the repainted Bumblebees. However, I will be getting Ironhide. But so I do a quick rundown so you can see if you have any requests or anything. But I like this figure. It's very tight joints and everything. And also, I just want to say, check out the description for the link for my friend's site, showzstore.com. He's actually been helping me out, so check him out. It's also in the comment sections below. Great places, great bargains, great customer service, and just an awesome store to deal with. Probably the best store to deal with for third-party figures, in my opinion, and I'm sure everybody else's. I mean, this is just great. Check it out, and let's check out the review. Real quickly, we just go over the packaging. Got Transformers Age of Extinctions, Studio Series 23, KSI Sentry is a Decepticon ages 8 and up, Hasbro, as well as Takara Tomy. You can see the cool CGI picture so you can get an idea of what the character looks like. It's also on the side. You get the big noggin there. And then on the back, we have product images, some different big screen inspired scaled detailed backdrop. Age of Extinction. It says Hong Kong Pursuit. And then you get the cross cells with Dropkick, Shadow Raider, and Bumblebee, as well as the kind of bio. It says hijacked by the Decepticons, the KSI Sentry combat drones flood the city in pursuit of the seed. Here is the SKU if you want to find it yourself. And without further ado, let's get right into the review. Alright, so first up, we'll just check out the figure himself, and he's very cool. Got these nice tight joints on the figure. So you can see really, really nice tight joints. And he's not going anywhere. His knees are tight, his hips, his shoulders, even his elbows have tight joints, and his head and everything. So he's great. Nice figure, and as you can see, he's fully painted. And I think that the fact he's fully painted, he's a repaint, and they used nicer plastic, made a big difference. There is a little bit of, this is a little bit of softer plastic, this black right here, and that's why the hips are a little bit looser than the rest, but all of the other joints, like especially that joint where it's got the paint around it, it just makes all the difference in the world. Also, and what I'm going to try to do with all the reviews now is show off the head sculpt in close view, but you can see it's a fully painted head sculpt, and it makes the figure look much better. For those that didn't check out my Dropkick review, check it out. But I do show the head, and I mentioned that if it was fully painted, it'd look amazing, but because it's not, it looks drab. But yeah, so we have gunmetal paints for the details here on his chest, which is basically the front of the car mode kind of morphed into this configuration here. You got some gunmetal black, almost black. It's like a dark gunmetal for details there, and then a lighter gunmetal there. You got some gunmetal on the sides of his shoulders with like cogs and gears, coils and whatnot. So that looks cool. And you can see the tires in the inside. It's got a little bit of that gunmetal kind of sheen here. You got a nice sheen, black sheen, and then get the gunmetal or metallic silvers on his thighs. Got fully painted shins, so looking nice there. And just Very nice. This is what it looks like from the back. Whoops, I got messed up. And these are basically left over from the Stinger mold, and this is the Stinger repaint. So attach these like saw blade things. Basically, I think from the original concept, they were supposed to be like rims coming off of Bumblebee or something. And then, of course, Stinger was a copy of him. We don't really have that much hollowing going on, but we do have a... You might think it's hollow, but really it's just a wheel sticking out. Would have been cool if they took that wheel and folded it down, but, you know, that would be an extra joint. So, of course, they can't do that. But articulation is good. He can look down quite a bit. He can look up quite a bit. You also get this rocking a little bit. So if you want to, for like a pose or something, you can probably, or for a picture, you can probably use it to your advantage. You get nice tilt back and forth, as well as it will rotate on that ball joint itself. So there you go with that. He actually has a butterfly joint. I don't think anyone else is going to show you this, but if you move that, it's going to, you know, dislodge the chest a little bit, but you can get, you know, you can use it as a butterfly joint in a sense. So you can kind of get it to touch his face and whatnot and go across his chest. So there's something you can do, and all you know, you just kind of move that in the inside. But he's got really stiff shoulders, which are nice and tight, and it will swivel a little bit on that ball joint itself, back and forth, kind of like that. But you can also, and this articulates here. So if you spin that and you pull it up like that, you got a nice, more than 90-degree outward swing. That looks good. He's also got the elbow, so 90-degree bend with the bicep swivel built in the elbow with faux ratchets. And you're going to hear them better over here. Here. And like I showed you, these are articulated, plus he's got these double joints right here, so you can bring these up if you want to make it look different than Stinger or something. You know, we've got some options. So, yeah, but they're technically supposed to double hinge back and sit like that. He also has a swivel kind of thing here. This will come around and move around, but it's mainly for like a cannon look. And then he comes with this, it's like a rubbery kind of thing, but it looks kind of like an energy cannon. It's like energy would build up in here and then shoot a laser out in between, or maybe out of both points. But it's a little bit rubbery, but it's cool. It's a nice secondary weapon that's new, so it looks pretty good. But nothing at the waist or nothing ab crunch. You can dislodge a little bit, but that's not really, that's transformation. But you don't get any waist swivel, but you do get nice kick out to the side, as well as it does have a nice cut joint that's kind of, or a thigh swivel that's a cut joint that's hidden. And you can kick way up on this figure. Nicely done. As well as kick way back. So got a lot of options there. You got the knee bend at 90 degrees, and then the ankle moves around a little bit. You can go up just a little bit and then down. So no ankle tilts or anything, but all in all, decent. And then, like I said, with this, you get all different types of joints. So it has this joint that swivels on that peg joint, and it also hinges up and down. And you get these that go up like that. Although one is not going, it's the same. And then it also kind of go like this. But, you know, you can do whatever you really want with it. So there you go with that. For size, since we've been measuring pretty much every figure, I'll show you what his measuring will look like. We'll put this back just a little bit. And I'm guessing right around 5 inches. He's 5 inches on the dot. Wow. Getting pretty good at this. But yeah, and that shows you that Bumblebee is smaller. Here's Studio Series 18 Bumblebee. It's from the Bumblebee movie, just to show you. Oops. And he's got the looser. This is that gray, softer plastic. Basically, if you take it off the ball joint, then it warps that gray plastic, and then you put it back on. It doesn't work as well. Plus, you know, when he's got those loose joints, and that one doesn't. All they have to do is really paint around those joints, and they'd be fine. But anyways, instead they paint on things like this. And that's it. But there's a little comparison. What is his knees doing? Buckling? Great. You can't see what I'm doing when I'm trying to go for two figures there, but there you go. So you can see that, and we'll do a review of him pretty soon as well. But there's a comparison with Bumblebee, just to show you what an average deluxe would be from like a Generation 1 deluxe. You can see the difference in Studio Series versus, the generations, like G1 generations. But there you go with that. So for transformation, I'll remove the weapon. It's on a 5mm port, and you also get two 5mm ports in his hands to go straight through. We first want to take his head, swivel it back, and then it's on a little swivel, not the joint itself, but the actual like head plate, basically, or the shoulder, whatever you want to call that. That plate swivels. All right. Then we take these on these double hinges and bring them forward. Pretty simple. Like that. Then we open up this and we bend these like that. Just like that. Next, you want to kind of pull up on this. That'll bring it up like that. And then, as long as you can get this out of the way, there's a little, you can see that little swivel joint right there. You want to start swiveling it on that part right there. Let's see if we can get a good grip. There we go. Like that. Getting the arm out of the way. Hopefully, hold on. Swivel back. Like that. That should work. And swivel right like that. All the way around so it brings to the front of the car look. All right. Next, we're going to do the legs first. You want to bring the legs up and around. Well, first we're going to pull the back of his calf out like that. Both sides. Basically like that. Take the ankles and squish them down like this, both sides. Then we're going to swivel this up around. You see that little divot right there and that little port right there? Let's see if we can get a better view of that. Oh, my light's not even aiming through its spot. There we go. Like that. You see it kind of goes out. It's on both sides. There's one on this side and one on that side. And there's a divot there and a divot on the other one as well. So you want to go up and over, and you want to peg that in just like so. What is it giving me a hard time? Well, first you probably want to straighten everything out. So we're going to pull it over and straighten everything out first. These will peg in kind of the back, as well as that will go up. This all snaps in together, kind of like that. And then you peg those in, just like I said, like that, on both sides. I think that's right. It's hard to tell sometimes. But you can move them around after. You know, make sure they're on both sides. One is not. There we go. Like that. Like that. Once you get them pegged in, hold them in. Then you can reassess this and make sure that's pegged together. Now we can work on this. What we want to do is we want to straighten the arms out. Just like that. Like that. You're going to want to turn it like this, so when you start to turn this, it marries up with the side of the car. Like this. Alright. Same thing with this side. You want to straighten that out. This is going to be like that originally, but we're going to keep it swiveled like this for now. And when you pull these wheels out, like that, it starts to line everything up. Make sure these are still pegged in before you do anything else. Like that. Peg that in. And then just trying to get everything lined up. Like that. And like that. Alright. And we'll swivel this around now. And then you start on this side. There's a little divot right there, and there's a notch, and you can see the notch. Well, yeah, it's right there. Yeah, you can see it right there, straight down. It's kind of like a slot section. Let's put that back. I want to connect that over there like that. Make sure all this is good, and then you want to push the head down as well. So same, and then we can do the other side. So like that. Make sure that's tilted down. These have to go in. There's a little bit of a hard peg, so that, but right there and there for when you first get it. But after a while, it will peg in, no problem. Oh wait, first this one's not right. You have to make sure that the swivels are lined up and everything like that. There, just peg that in there like that. Make sure everything's in there good. Peg this side in as well. Then there's a tab on this side that tabs into that slot right there. I'll show you from over here. Just like that. You kind of have to hold it and then tab it in like that. And it kind of stretches. And then all you have to worry about is, I feel like something is not, oh yeah, you want to get these out of the way so you can clip that down in there like that. Then what you want to do is you just want to make sure that this all goes down in there securely. And if you have everything pegged in correctly, it will roll accordingly. If you don't have it all pegged in correctly, go back and peg it all in, because usually if you don't, it won't roll quite as well. But once you have everything pegged in correctly, it should roll no problem. If it doesn't, just, you can move these around when you're doing that. So if you need to, switch it around 180, like that. Wait, not like that, like that. So it should work now. And like I said, you can push everything down. So it feels like that. It feels like this is the part that's getting in the way this time. But there you go. So there is his car mode, and it's a freaking fantastic car, man. I mean, just look at this. It's fully painted. You got the, the full blue paint, got a car paint looking stuff. Gunmetal metallics for the lights. You got translucent plastics for the windshield and the windows. 2 windows on the side, each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the nice windshield up front. And then all this translucent plastic is painted in this nice darker gunmetal. And then it goes into a lighter gunmetal up here. Looking very nice. And then you get the darker gunmetal on the back bumper and the front grille. So, very cool. You can take your weapon. It's got a little tab right there. It's a little bit rubbery, but there's a slot right there. You just slot that in. Of course, just like all Transformers today, they don't really integrate underneath. They just integrate on. So, like that. And you might have a try here and there where it won't roll as good, but you mess with it enough, it should roll. There's some way to probably do it better than, I believe it's supposed to be pegged in like there. Oh, there we go. You see that? You gotta want to peg that in there like that. Then this part goes on the side of there. That gives you a lot more room. That should roll no problem. Yep, there we go. See, once you peg it in all securely, it rolls no problem. So there you go. That's the transformation. That's the review. Let me know what you think of the video. Please check out the description for my Twitter handle and the showzstore.com link. Check out their site. And stay awesome, stay subbed, and stay tuned for the next video. We'll check out a quick comparison here. There's with Leader Class Legendary Optimus Prime. So you get a little idea of what that looks like. Going more even, here's for the Voyager, kind of the whatever they're called. I saw the Bumblebee version I've been looking for today. There was 3 of them at Kmart, so I'm going to try to pick that up. But they wanted $18 for it, and I was like, nope. There you go with that. Like I said, stay awesome, stay subbed, and stay tuned for the next video. Peace and wrap, guys. I'm out.